Absolutely perfect condition. Barnsley still looking for their first win of the season, make 4 changes from the side which was beaten at Wolves last Saturday. A defensive reshuffle sees Nicky Law revert to full-back in place of Stuart Barraclough, with Don Suter coming into the middle to partner Mick McCarthy. Up front, young Carl Airey is rested, which means a recall for Colin Walker, but perhaps the most significant changes are in midfield. Ian Banks returns after hamstring trouble, and Ronnie Glavins makes his first appearance of the season, having only signed a new contract earlier this week. Well, it'll be interesting to compare Glavins with Trevor Steven, the Burnley youngster who made his 50th first-team appearance last week and has a big future predicted for him, despite the fact he won't be 19 until next Tuesday. This Burnley side is the one which knocked Bury out of the Football League Milk Cup on Tuesday, and it contains 4 internationals: Martin Dobson, Billy Hamilton, Paul McGee and Tommy Cassidy, who's in place of Kevin Young. Well, almost cricketing conditions here at Barnsley, and referee today, Mark Scott from Nottingham, used to play cricket at county level. And there is Mark Scott having to make his first decision of the afternoon, an easy enough one, a throw-in to Burnley. Billy Hamilton trying to create some space, and eventually the ball comes to Trevor Steven, who's caught from behind by Ian Banks. It's almost back to the World Cup as the player stays down after a challenge that didn't appear too strenuous. And the free kick quickly taken, and Paul McGee was the man coming in trying to get on the end of Tommy Cassidy's free kick. And the Barnsley defence there just got a little bit asleep. Parker getting there first, but Wharton fly hacks it up the field. McCarthy trying to find Parker. Again the whistle going as Holt went in the jump with Parker. Nobody seemed wanted to take that one. McCarthy eventually does. Walker's got a clear header, a clear chance for Colin Walker. He bluffed it really, and I was amazed at the way defenders just seemed to melt away from him. Walker knows he should have done better. Well, there was some uncertainty as to who was going to take the free kick as everybody ran away. Mick McCarthy was forward. Just watch how the Barnsley defence moves away from Walker and allows him a clear opening. Glavins picking it up and laying the ball out to Alan Birch. Useful little ricochet. Glavins inside once more to Birch. This surely dangerous. Good save from Stevenson. And nice interplay there between Ronnie Glavins and Alan Birch, who runs back to the applause of the crowd. It's a tremendously long kick from Bobby Horn. It could even go over the goalkeeper there. Well, it'd be nice to see a goalkeeper score for a change. Well, there's the man Bobby Horn. He can't have his sights on the other goal now after that. Holt to flight that one through for McGee. Again it was McCarthy who knocked it away. Now Glavins. A bit of a buzz goes up with Ronnie Glavins on the ball. He's lost it though to Cassidy. All that can be said for this match is it must be very hot down there. And Suter again. Oh, he's got himself into real trouble this time, and that must be a penalty. Oh, referee says not. Well, I'm astonished. Paul McGee looks surprised, to say the least, as well. Bobby Horn looks relieved. And we can see that again. It's Don Suter who commits the cardinal sin of not knocking it back hard enough to Horn. McGee goes through. Horn seemed to touch him, but the referee says nothing doing. intervention by David Holt. His foot may have been pretty high, but he still got the ball away. That's what it's all about. Now Chambers, plenty of men up in the box, and Glavin is one of them. Might come down to Ian Banks, he couldn't control it. But Ronson has got Glavin through in a good position. A good cross, a chance for Ian Banks off the underside of the bar. Ian Banks might well hold his head. He should perhaps have scored really there. And now a chance for Glavin, who has done. And that's intelligent play by Ronnie Glavin. Having created one opening, he stayed up and made it count when the ball came back. They certainly enjoyed that. And Barnsley go into the lead after 25 minutes. Very astute play by Ronnie Glavin. So Ronnie Glavin marks his first appearance for Barnsley this season in the perfect manner. And I must say, since the kick-off, he's looked as likely as anybody in this game to get a goal, and he did. Cassidy. Dobson continued to run forward. Hamilton's going to have to chase that one, with Law ahead of him all the way. Nicky Law seems to have settled well into the Barnsley defence this season. But it's Barnsley under a little bit of pressure as Glavin knocks it away, only as far as Law's. We've got Law at right back on one side, Law's in the other. This is Brian Laws of Burnley. This is Ronnie Glavin, the goal scorer of Barnsley. Good ball as well, Walker in a bit of space. Again, it's come back to Glavin. Got Sean ahead of him, so he has to go it alone for the moment. Parker, Banks might well crash one in. Oh, that could have taken a nasty deflection. It in fact hit the back of David Holt. And Barnsley get a corner out of that. Again, it's Birch's corner, the punch from Stevenson. Ronson's in the penalty area and does sufficiently well to get it over for Birch again. Number 2 from Parker. Again, Birch's cross is converted. Parker stealing in, and Stevenson had no chance from that range. And it all stemmed from the corner, which came from Ian Banks' long-range shot. The corner from Birch to start with. Stevenson's punch was quite a good one really, but it's the hustling of Billy Ronson in winning the ball back that creates the second chance. It's clipped over by Birch, and Parker from that range doesn't make a mistake. And Derek Parker's second goal of the season, so he's Barnsley's leading goal scorer. And McCarthy's won applause from the crowd. And crucial for Burnley to try and get one back now. Banks gets it away, and again it's Ronson who denies Scott. Cassidy, and that's going to fall harmlessly. That's Billy Ronson down there, who really has almost run himself to a standstill in this first half in the cause of Barnsley Football Club. And the referee, allowing no extra time whatsoever there, has blown his whistle for half-time. So Barnsley go up then at half-time with a highly satisfactory lead at 2-0 for them. Burnley have a lot to do. So Barnsley looking to build on that 2-goal advantage they have as we kick off with the second half here at Oakwell. Ronnie Glavin, who's certainly celebrated his return to the Barnsley first team in style here today. It's a real up and under from Wharton. Dobson. McGee, nice build-up. McGee trying to get on the end of Cassidy's return pass. Good defending brings applause for Don Suter. So Brian Laws hasn't got a particularly long throw, so Stephen has to help him out. Still manages to get the crossing. Good looking one too to Scott, and a chance for Hamilton. Oh, what a fine save from Bobby Horn. Well, that will go down as one of the saves of the season, I'm sure. And Hamilton can't believe it. It's a perfectly long, deep cross from Stephen, knocked across there, and Hamilton is no more than 5 or 6 yards. Reflex save, magnificent. Several men up in the box. Owen Hall's lost it and got it back. Well, he's having an adventurous couple of minutes. Several of the Burnley players were running all over the penalty box as that cross came in, and Bobby Horn there rather lucky to get a second bite at the cherry. Oh, Birch knocking it forward for Parker, who's turned Holt once or twice, couldn't then. He has kept possession. And Birch, good ball back for Ronson, chance for Glavin, it could be number 3 in the finisher. Well, Stevenson spread himself well, and Ronnie Glavins looks dejected and curses his luck. He knows that he could have won the game. And Steve Taylor, the Burnley substitute, looks as though he's about to enter the fray. Laws with the cross away by Glavin, who's worked very hard for Barnsley. And now a real chance on here. Glavin streaking down as the ball's played to him now, which it was perfectly by Birch. Glavin could make it safe with his second goal, and he does. Ronnie Glavin milks the applause. He spotted what was on there so quickly. And did he finish it well? Birch, the man there, who picks Glavin out, and the Barnsley midfield man has set off. He sprung the offside trap. He goes on in confidence, and as Stevenson comes off the line and isn't sure, Glavin tucks it away, 3-0. Stuart Barraclough has played at full-back in the last couple of matches, with Ian Evans being injured at Cambridge. He's playing in a more familiar role now, having replaced Ian Banks. Nice ball forward. If Taylor turns, he should make it 3-1. And Bobby Horn has made 2 exceptional saves in this second half. Taylor turning and hitting it, as you see here, and he suddenly found he was in the space he needed, hit it in well. I think that would have gone in too. Good save. And over comes the cross. Hamilton going for it, and it's Ronson this time, bringing it away to Birch, and they'll be streaming home in a minute, talking about the 3 goals that Barnsley have got. Now Wharton to get something back still. Birch makes the clearance for Parker, turns well. Glavin makes the support. Barraclough's there as well. Gets it now from Glavin. The cross for Parker. Oh, that would have been a fine goal, and what it did produce was a fine save from Stevenson. Glorious build-up once more, with Glavin, who seems to have been at the heart of everything today, very much involved again.
Was setting themselves up for a successful time in the 1950s.